just need one more. I just need one more. Hey, I just need one more. 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 You know, I'm picking up where I said, okay. Like the blunt, my nigga. Pass his beat to the left so I could press. Total my hits like I done wrecked. Who is next? Niggas is sleep like pillow pets. Getting foreign head from a bad bitch from Budapest. Call your bet, cause I'm just trying to get a quick check in. We got the lights, we got the camera. It's all about that action. Y'all know what it is. It's your boy, Son of the Waves. This is What's the Wave, man. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, comment. Any guests you want to see coming up next. But I need y'all to tell y'all auntie about this one, because not only is this her favorite podcast, but I think I got her favorite foodie in the building right now. I have Sushi Obsession, Joanne. Joanne. I keep calling you John. Why you ain't correct me?
I was like, wait, was he talking about me? Like,
yeah, my fault. See, there we go. Joanne, how are you doing this morning, my girl?
I'm doing good. A little bit nervous, but once we start flowing, I guess
You good?
I'll ease up a little bit.
For sure. For one, thank you. We've interacted a few times just doing social media stuff. Shout out Visit Vallejo, to my boy Juicy JC. We've made some content together and stuff like that, but I'm glad to get you on the platform and actually be able to get your backstory. Like I said, get your origin story, deep dive into the world of a foodie. I have a little bit of experience of doing it. Like I mentioned earlier, me and Podcast Bree, when I first started the podcast, we linked up because she had a podcast. We was like, what should we do? Like for content, we was like, we like food and we love Vallejo. So Vallejo Foodie Features had kind of birth. So I'm very, very excited to pick your brain today. So let's get into it. With the name, Sushi Obsession. You didn't drop that even though, like I said, you had the whole storefront. Oh, shout out them sushi nachos if y'all haven't got none. A staple of Vallejo for sure. But I wanted to take it back there to when the storefront got open. How was that being, I forget what you label on your Instagram, the hustler.
Chief Hustler.
The Chief Hustler of Sushi Obsession. I like that term. So just give me kind of the store story of just how the store got started and kind of where it's at today.
Yeah. So, where do I start? So my parents actually, my parents are immigrants from the Philippines. Okay. So we actually moved down here in like the 90s. And so my parents, they actually owned a few storefronts here in Vallejo.
Gotcha.
Number one that I remember as a kid is 3J's Oriental Store. So if you live here in Vallejo, that's in the Rancho area.
Got you.
And that's where I got all of my business roots, because that's where my parents, they had that store for probably I don't know, all my life pretty much.
Yeah.
And so my parents opened up a few restaurants here and there, what used to be Speedy Food in Vallejo.
Okay, that sounds familiar for sure.
Yes.
Shout out Speedy, yeah.
Yes, and then they previously owned Saruki's in Vallejo.
Saruki.
Yeah.
Love me some Saruki.
So
that's a good one.
I had that business mindset. So I was in college. My parents owned Saruki's at the time, but they decided they wanted to open up their own restaurant. So I had actually, what was I doing back then? Oh, I was going to college for marketing management and business management.
Okay.
So I was freshly graduated. My parents were like, hey, do you want to venture together to open up this restaurant? At the time, I wasn't too serious about it, because obviously I'm fresh out of college and I haven't really done the corporate world side yet.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what, let me just try it out. Let's just do it, whatever.
Yeah.
So then I helped them open it up for the first 2 years. And then after that, I was like, you know what, let me go out and do my own thing.
Yeah.
So I left to I went and did my own thing in the corporate world. I actually gained a lot of experience doing
got
that.
Some good life experience.
Oh,
and
for
on that
sure.
Yeah, for sure. I know that's probably different than family business being brought up on that side.
Yeah.
So it seemed like a good blend of both. Okay.
Exactly. Okay. And so a few years later, I could tell my parents were super overworked. They were working 60-hour weeks. They were just exhausted. So one day,
real business owners.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
And they were like, we're thinking about selling the restaurant. And I was like, what? So I kind of just let the thought sit. And then at the time I had was in the middle of transitioning jobs. So then I realized at the job that I was currently working, I was like, I don't like working here. Let me just figure out where do I want to restructure my life.
Right.
So then I brought the idea up to my parents. I was like, hey, you know, what if I took back over and I do it the way I want to do it this time?
Yeah, put your own stamp on it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So back at the time, before Sushi Obsession became what it was actually Sushi Grill.
Sushi Grill.
Yeah.
Okay, that does sound familiar as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I decided to like rebrand everything to now Sushi Obsession. And that's kind of like where we started hitting off from there, from like, you know, marketing to branding.
Sure.
Like those are my top two things that I always like make sure that I'm on top of, because it's always first impression.
Legit.
So
no, but I'm about to say from there, not to cut you off, but since Sushi Obsession became established, I seen what in this past year or so now it's transitioned from the storefront to the pop-up.
Yes.
So I definitely want to talk to you about that, because I got really hipped and really hooked on on your product right when that transition happened.
Yeah.
So I was kind of bitter. I was like, dang, I can't just go and get my thing every time I want my thing now. Shout out my boy DJ Big Vince. He put me on the nachos.
Oh, you know what? He would come like every week. I would see him.
Shout out Vince, bro, because I remember when he came, had some, and I was just like, what are those? He's like, bro, sushi. I said, sushi nachos. And I just got introduced to eating raw sushi.
Oh, okay.
So I was like only a cooked sushi dude for the longest. And then I was like, that's the one right there.
Oh, so, for sure.
Now that Sushi Obsession is more of a pop-up, how have you handled that transition? And give me just some kind of good and bad kind of pros and cons of that whole process.
Okay, so let's see here. You know what? At the time when this was actually around the time when I had my first child. So I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm not spending the amount of family time that I need to with my kids.
Right.
And so one of my other food vendor friends, she was like, you know, trying to motivate me to try to do a pop-up. She was like, you know what, I'll let you borrow your tent. I'll let you borrow our tent. You just do your first event, see how you like it, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, really trying to help support.
Yeah, exactly. So then I was like, okay, well, you know what, let me just try it out. And then my first pop-up, and mind you, it wasn't even that busy, but for me, I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is so cool. Like, wow. Yeah. And then I was like, all right, well, you know what? Like, why am I working 60 hours a week doing this when I could be doing pop-ups on the weekends and be spending time with my family?
Yes, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
So I literally, from the time I started pop-ups to like to closing down the restaurant, that was a matter of like less than 6 months. Like I made that transition fast.
That sound fast. I mean, of course, seeing it from the outside, it didn't seem like it, but that's quick.
Very quick. And then like when I closed down the restaurant, I was like, you know what? I've been working like, you know, so like I've been hustling for like years, and I never took that time off to myself to like just regroup. So
just, like you said, live life.
Yeah, literally.
Literally just go live life. Yeah.
And I took 6 months off, and then after that, I like just last year was my first full year of doing pop-ups, and I love it. I mean,
that's amazing.
Mind you, there's some like not good days.
Yeah, for sure. That's why I ask. It ain't all glitz and glam. I'm already knowing.
Well, okay. So speaking of not good days, I mean, there's things that happen, but it's not to where it was super stressful like the restaurant.
Okay, well, give me a common kind of issue that you had to, like I said, always ask people a speed bump, because at the end of the day you had to overcome it. Yeah. So give me one of them kind of entering that pop-up circuit.
Sure. So okay, so like not every pop-up you're gonna do good sales on.
Legit.
Like it. Yeah. I mean, mind you, I've gone to a pop-up and I've only sold 5 sushi nachos. That like.
Ooh, I know. Yeah. And that's tough. Like
it hurts. It hurts.
Yeah. My boy Pinoy shout out my boy Jordan.
Yes.
Same thing. Like that was one of the first people I knew like in that circuit, and he's like, yeah, like you have your great days where people travel to come to you, and then you had those days where you just like, I'm twiddling my thumbs.
Literally, and like. Sometimes you like that doesn't even cover like your gas, your vendor fee, your time for the day, not even like your employee meal.
Yeah, like I didn't even make my money back.
Yeah. So
that's real.
Those are hard lessons to learn, but also at the same time, like I'm glad I put myself in these situations, because then now I kind of not necessarily nitpick, but I'm very selective about my pop-ups now. For
know how to navigate.
Oh yeah,
a lot better. Yeah, that makes sense for sure. Give me one of the pros that, like you said, once you start doing it, you instantly kind of fell in love with that type of selling a product. what's one thing that you just love about going to these pop-up events that you just always look forward to right now?
You know what? I'm not going to lie, because I'm a very social person. So I actually like going to my pop-ups and seeing my vendor friends.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's
because,
fire.
like, you know, like me being at the restaurant, like I'd always have to be like super strict on the employees. Like, this needs to be done, this needs to be done, this needs to be done.
Gotta be a manager.
Exactly. I'd have to oversee a lot of things. But when I go to these pop-ups, I'm like, this is my time to socialize.
Yes,
so,
yes, that's fire.
So, especially when I'm at home with like my kids all day or like all week, this is like my time on the weekends where I'm like, oh, hey,
get to cut up, be a little loose, you know, have some fun, and
exactly.
I like that.
So that's my like social time. So that's definitely
nice
one of the things that I look forward to.
I love to hear that. When I first got started on the podcast and was bringing guests on, that's how you feel, bro? Cool. And bring his guest on, that's kind of where I would try to land a lot of interviews and guests by going to pop-up conventions and stuff. I remember that's how I met Chalberto. He was doing with CNA custom tables, like he was doing at BossCon in Fairfield, and I just would go to an event and be like, hey, I got a podcast, let it have you on, and whoop-de-whoop. So I see that feeling, that dynamic of the pop-up is really fire. So that's especially that ability to socialize. Yeah. Get yourself out there, get your product out there a lot easier.
It's like a sense of community.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure.
Definitely. Okay, let me get from the store's story, I need your origin story.
My origin story.
When did you decide to take being a foodie serious? Like, when was that transition when it was like, maybe it's fun, or like you said, you kind of been working with it and doing it? Yeah. When did you want to apply that and be like, nah, I'm about to be this?
Okay, well, I've always been a foodie because obviously I have a restaurant, and that's actually how I created my sushi nachos, because I'm always in the kitchen trying to like concoct something. Okay. And it actually happened around the time I closed down the restaurant because I was used to working like 60-hour weeks. Yeah. That I was like, oh my gosh, I need a hobby, and I've never had a hobby before.
Now I have no social time for myself. Yes, exactly. Oh man, I feel that.
So then I was like, you know what? Like, so I actually used to work with a lot of content creators for my business, because then I'd have them come in and like have them pretty much, they would be the ones marketing our food. Yeah. So I was like, you know what? I feel like I could do this. Okay. So I started like reaching out to small businesses, and I was like, hey, you know, like I want to market your business online by coming into your restaurant and doing like a video. Yeah. So that way I could, you know, like people can be more exposed to businesses.
Cross promotion, just building brands and all of that.
Yeah. Another time too, I was building like my portfolio, like pretty much my Instagram page, which is also my portfolio. But so yeah, a lot of, and because also too, I knew a lot of restaurant owners, because obviously like
just being in the business.
Yeah. So then I started reaching out, and then that's actually how my page kind of just started growing from there. Like I would just start posting like almost every day about like restaurants and stuff.
That's fire. That your kind of personal background helped influence that social background. Yeah, definitely. Like you said, it's like I'm already tapped in with these type of people. Same thing for the podcast. I'm like, bro, I know, like I went to school with LaRusse, so I know Gary Jr. and all these people. Like I see y'all all the time. Like, why are we not just, like you said, telling y'all stories? So I like to hear, I love to hear that kind of where that spark. That's beautiful. Oh yes. Okay, let me ask you this. Okay. I've done my a fair amount of doing my foodie reviews and stuff. Shout out to Podcast Bree and the Vallejo Foodie Features. So I want to ask the best of and worst of some stuff. Let me know.
Oh no!
And like I said, we ain't gonna name drop. We always want to show love and keep it positive here, but we also got to keep it real. Not everything that you go in them establishments with is good, shawty. So just in general. Okay. Well, let's get the bad out the way. Okay. Give me some dishes. You don't got to name, like I said, restaurant. We'll keep them on the hush. All right, you can tell me afterwards, so we know where not to go. But give me like maybe 2 or 3 dishes where you were very excited to try, and you was just like, ooh. That's not it. That's not her.
Okay. Ooh.
You can name drop. Hey, look, I'm with the smoke, but I just want you.
I don't want to do it.
We got images. We got images and platforms. We want to show love, but hey,
there's this recent viral Dubai strawberry chocolates.
I don't think I've seen that. Okay.
Really, it's all over the place right now. It hit this area recently.
Got you. Okay.
Fairly recently.
You said Dubai.
Dubai. Yeah. Have you heard about those Dubai chocolates?
That's what I'm saying. Nah,
really?
Nah.
Oh my gosh.
I might be under rocks. I'm Patrick Starr right now. Hold on. Goodness gracious.
So there's these Dubai chocolates that have gone like super viral over like the past year, like probably on TikTok. And it's like this milk chocolate has like, I think it's called katefe, which is like this like crunchy dough that they put inside the chocolate, and they put it with like pistachio cream. It's like a whole thing.
Yeah.
So they made like a spin-off of that, which is a strawberry chocolate cup. It's pretty much like all the filling of the strawberries. I'll show you a picture because then maybe you'll be like, it's good.
Okay, I got you.
And so this business went really viral for having these strawberry Dubai chocolates. And it just was not good. Like
it just wasn't one of them ones.
I even recorded a video because I was hella hyped. Like I tasted it and I was like, this is garbage.
Oh, it'd be like that.
And I said, oh, I cannot post this because I'm not going to do that to a business.
Nobody, at the end of the day, exactly. If I don't rock with your product, I'll keep that opinion to myself.
Exactly.
So, and that's valid. And as I mentioned earlier, like, I don't want to exactly put out no negative energy, but I'm not, I don't like it. And nobody likes everything.
Exactly. So that's why I just keep that to myself. Like, I always, whenever I do my content, I always put out the things that I liked versus what I didn't like. Because I just don't want to do that to a business. I've had a business, so I know what it's like when people are like mean.
Just come in here and tear your name and drag it through the mud. And it's just,
exactly. So
like, you could have just, bro, you don't even have to post that Yelp review.
Yeah,
you could just, you can just keep that to yourself.
So that's why, but anyways, it was those. And I was just like, this is bad. And this person, like, this business, like, they've done really well. Like, one of their viral videos had like 1 million views on it, and it's still like trending and stuff.
That's
but
wild.
I was just like, this is not good.
Maybe, and we live in the digital age, so like trends, I feel sometimes stick longer than they should because yes, it's a trend. So that's real. Okay, give me best of. Give me one. And now you can definitely call them by name and name drop. We'll put the address and everything, but that you were pleasantly or even just knocked out the park surprise. Were you only expecting maybe like, oh, this is like a normal chicken spot, and it ended up being the best one in the world, or like, oh, I'm just going to this burger spot, and he was like, oh snap, y'all didn't set a new bar. Give me one of those examples. You know what?
I'm gonna do this for Vallejo because obviously this is like a Vallejo based podcast.
Y'all know what it is.
Okay, there's a few actually in Vallejo.
Come on, we got time. Go ahead, talk your mess.
Okay, so you know what? If you really want drinks and cocktails in Vallejo, Savage and Cook is like the best place to go to.
I'm saying, it's great.
I just wish they extended their hours because
I feel that.
Because when I really want to drink, I'm like, okay, I want to go to Savage and Cook, but they close at like 9.
I'm about to say they close super early. I mean, that's a lot of Vallejo, but still like, come on, kick it to like 11 midnight. We'll pop up on you.
Exactly.
Yeah, Savage and Cook, whiskey in a jar. That's my shit.
Oh, okay, I gotta try that.
It got the smoke on. Oh.
Really? Okay, I gotta try. I'm not a whiskey person, but I'm nervous.
If you like strong drinks, yes. Yeah. If you like the stronger ones, try that one. But yeah,
okay,
I definitely echo that sentiment for sure.
Okay, and then you know what my recent favorite one is? 5-Star Chicken, actually down the street from you.
So I need to try it. Yeah, I seen you post that, and I drive past it going to work, and I said, okay, if she went there, I'm gonna have to slide and see what it do.
My husband was actually the one that told me about it because he actually works like a couple doors down at the barber shop.
Yeah.
And he was like, you gotta try it. I was like, I'm not really a chicken person. Like, I'll try it, but whatever. So then I went in, and then I was like, oh my gosh. So like, this is probably the best in Vallejo.
Okay. Let me just hit you with a comparison. And I'm not trying to cause no tension, but them or the new chicken guy spot in AC.
No, sorry.
See, that's what I want to hear.
It's 5-star chicken
so
in
now
Vallejo.
I haven't tried each, and me and my coworkers be like, oh, we gotta go there. I'm like, well, is this one down the street from my house? And they be like, nah, but that was an AC, and they got to drive through. I'm like,
that was way better. Yes.
Good to know.
Yes.
You heard it here. I love that. All right, give me one more.
Okay, one more. Oh my gosh, let me see here. Okay, my recent favorite one in Vallejo. That they just actually recently started doing this. It's a $25 all-you-can-eat Mexican brunch buffet, and they do it only on Sundays.
Oh, I seen you post. Well, I seen that video today.
Yes. They just posted it actually. Oh no, they just started doing it last Sunday.
Okay.
And oh my gosh, they have like the best fixings. Like I literally like. That's actually my.
I'm about to say our like Latino food scene, Mexican food scene in Vallejo is like strong. People need to really take note of that. Like we got good presence.
Oh, for sure. Tell me about it. Like it's so much competition. It's crazy.
From the established restaurants to taco trucks to like I said pop-ups.
Sure.
It's wild.
Definitely. I agree.
I'm sorry, but what's the name of that spot with the brunch?
Sol y Sazon. It's off
is that the
It's off of Broadway near Vallejo High.
By Soul Trans, right across the street from Soul Trans.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I passed by that recently too. I'm gonna have to.
Yeah.
That's a $25 buffet brunch
so
buffet.
Good. It's because like mind you, okay, I don't know if you eat Mexican soup, but like pozole or menudo, that's already like a $20 bowl when you go like on the weekends.
Right.
So like $25, you can get like hella other stuff, and so I was
still
like,
go get your
yes,
fixin'.
and okay, mind you, like Mexican food is my least favorite food. Sorry.
Really? It's okay. Ooh, you finna lead me right into my next question too. But go ahead.
That's actually my least. You know what? No, I take that back. It's my least favorite Mexican food to go out to eat. I like homemade Mexican food.
I like how you clarified that. That's real. That's
because
real.
my husband is Mexican, so I feel like I'm hella critical.
Your perspective different.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hella critical of like Mexican food, so I'm like, it's okay type of thing.
Right.
So,
right. Like, and that's what I always say. It's not good if I feel like I can make it better.
Yes.
That's my thing too. Yeah, like if I go to a place and I'm like, it's cool, but I feel like I could have made this. Like if I can't make this, that's when, like you said, it's out the park and fire. So I love that point of reference.
Yes.
But that's a great transition into this next question because I wanted to ask, is there any dragon you're chasing? So for example, shout out my boy Lucas. He's a burger guy. Okay. And when he was younger, I forget, he had a spot growing up in Walnut Creek. Yeah. That was the best burger he ever had. So now he's trying to find the best burger he can find. For me, he got me started. For me, it's salt and pepper chicken wings. Okay. It used to be Uncle Sam's out here. It was a spot.
Oh my gosh, Uncle Sam's.
I'm pretty sure you know Uncle
Sam's.
So, and I got put on late. I got put on late, yeah. They closed up, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. The best salt and pepper wings I've ever tasted in my life.
Dang.
Never. But now I can't get them no more because they're no longer. Shout out Stockpot. Y'all cool. You feel me? Y'all go crazy. But Uncle Sam, it was one of them ones.
Have you tried 3 Star in Vallejo?
I don't think I have.
They might have your wings that you're looking for.
Because I'm on a hunt. Yeah. So that's why I want to propose that question to you. Is there any like chasing of the dragons or any one type of food that's like I need to find the best of it? Whether it be, like I said, any genre, pizza, burgers, Mexican food, fried rice, egg, like anything. Yeah. It's like I just need to find, I've had this, but I need to find the peak.
Because I'm a sushi person, it'll probably have to be sushi.
I don't even know. I didn't even assume that. I don't even know. I didn't assume that one. That's okay.
Yeah, for sure sushi because like I obviously work in my niche is sushi. So I'm always looking for like the best sushi I've ever had type of thing. So far the best sushi that I've had out here is it's in Walnut Creek. I can't remember the name right now. But it's in Walnut Creek. Once I think of the name. But that's like the best sushi I've had in a really long time.
What specifically did you get? Did you like vividly remember?
I actually tried a little bit of everything on their menu. So I really can tell how good the sushi spot is by their fish. Like how fresh it is.
That's what I was going to ask too. Because I'm pretty sure that's like the first factor.
Yes, for sure. So that's like a determinant there. So that's why I like to get like the raw stuff, like the sashimi.
So go get sashimi off the rip.
Yes.
Okay, for sure. So like over the past year or two, I just got introduced to raw fish on my sushi. It's the best. Go give me a rainbow roll any day out the week, bro. I fall in love with you. Oh my goodness. So that I definitely want to ask that. I've had a guest on. He said the best sushi he ever had was in Japan. Have you ever been able to make it out there yet and try theirs?
That is my like lifelong goal.
Okay.
I really want to try. I'm hoping to go like next year, hopefully.
Come on, let's make it happen.
But we'll see for sure.
Because that's what I always hear everybody say, and of course it's kind of like cliche or stereotypical. Like, of course Japan has, but I've had people actually be like, nah, like it hit so much different.
I bet. That's why I'm excited.
Yes. Okay. So sushi. All right. Yes. Do you have a favorite type of roll?
No, I don't. Because it just depends like on what I'm craving.
Like that. That's a real foodie answer. That's a real foodie answer.
But there was actually a one roll that I used to make all the time when we were at the restaurant, when we had the restaurant. So I would put shrimp tempura inside, unagi, what else would I put? green onions, and then I would put like battered crunch on top with like tobiko and like unagi sauce.
That's a hitter right there. Yeah.
So that would be like my go-to lunch, because
that's that Joanne roll right there for sure, man. We need that.
There you go.
That's fire. I like that. Okay. So I'm glad. So we chasing that sushi dragon. I hope you and your mans can get out there to Japan and try that shit real soon. If y'all need a babysitter, like I said, I got y'all. Okay. I'll hold the kids down. Y'all need to have some fun. Y'all don't need to worry about none of that. Just eat, and eat. For
I
sure.
love it.
Speaking of the family and the little ones,
yes,
baby, you be having baby on board. How has that been? I love it. I love seeing people like incorporate their actual life in their content, because your life is content. People don't just want to see you eat food. People also want to know who you are just as a woman, more than a content creator. So incorporating the baby with all your foodies, how has that been? And just explain that process to me a little bit.
You know what's so crazy is like, every time people see me in person, they always ask about the baby.
Like, it's becoming a staple. I'm telling you.
I'm just like, wow, this is like really helping. But I'm also too, like, aside from my food stuff, I'm a very private person in the sense that like I don't like to show my kids like on camera, but I'll show like, you know, their head or something.
right. But I'm not just gonna be like, hey, like, look at us.
Yeah, exactly. Because like sometimes too, like I'll be walking around like the grocery store and someone will like randomly approach me and it like creeps me out because
they're like, oh my gosh, it's Joanne.
And like one thing that really freaked me out when I think at the time I was weird, this lady, she comes up to me, she goes, hey Joanne, she grabs me by the waist, she pulls me and she's like, wow, you're so skinny, how do you stay so fit? And I'm like, excuse me, like,
that's crazy.
I just said she did not just grab me by the waist.
And that's the thing, people really feel like they know you because they see you all the time, so they just, oh, what's up with you?
Yes.
Hey, space.
Yes. And I was just like, okay, this is weird.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I get it. I can relate to that. I'm very private, like with kind of more of my like relationships and stuff as well, because like I have a public platform. It's like that's why I do get to be seen and want to be seen. Right. After that, I'm to me.
Yes, that's exactly how I feel. That's why I'm like,
Yes, right. Weird. No, I get it. So, that's why I wanted to ask that question. And two, asking about, like I said, your husband. Yeah. How has he been able to embrace that? Like you said, supporting you, because I know for one, being a food, that shit ain't cheap. Depending the establishment. Shout out to the ones that do show love. And you feel me, gotta give you some more, comp and all that other stuff. Of course, you brand building and all that. But as being a family woman and a mother as well, just speak to the support and even the impact, in a good and bad way, that had on your mans. On your mans, because I know, like I said, it's not the easiest thing. I know he probably like, bring me home this, that, and the other. You feel me? Like, what?
You know what? You're right, because he does. I'm like, all right, well, what do you want to eat? Because, like this, like, we're getting this type comped pretty much. So a secret a secret out there basically is not necessarily a secret, but pretty much like when you ask restaurants if you're going to do a video for them, you ask them to comp your meal in exchange for a video. So that's really how you kind of just do it.
The easy base,
so I don't necessarily 99% of the time that I go out to eat, I don't pay anything.
That's nice. That's beautiful.
Yeah, because the times that me and my husband do go out to eat and we pay for stuff, we're already spending like $200 after, like, for the weekend. I'm like,
yeah, you got a family to feed.
Yes, and I'm like, that's enough. We're gonna go back to food collabs, because what? I'm not paying for this.
They're gonna take care of me.
Yes,
for sure.
And I said, you're budgeting me with like one entree and a water.
So she's like, I value stuff a little differently. I get that.
Exactly.
I get that.
So that's why I'm like, oh, so he likes it, but he just says it takes too much time to go to these restaurants. Yeah. But I'm like, listen, it's either you pay for your time to go film content.
Make this content and get this free food.
Exactly.
Or like you said, spend $200 on something we might not even want to come back to.
Exactly. So, I'd rather do that because it's easy.
On the date, let me ask this. How often do y'all cook?
You know what?
Like I feel like since you got so many options in that, like you are more well versed in what we have available. In Vallejo, the local cities as well. Like how often is he like, babe, I'm finna throw something on the grill, or babe, I want you to make your specialty whoop-de-whoop. How often do you feel like y'all kind of throw down at home then?
Okay, well, you know what? So when I started doing like content creating like full time, I didn't cook for 3 months.
That's fire.
Yes.
Hell yeah, we outside with it.
Yes,
Come on.
I didn't cook for like 3 months. I was eating leftovers, and then by the time leftovers were gone, like I'd have another food collab.
Yeah.
So and then I noticed I was like, oh, I'm starting to gain a little bit of weight. Like.
Hold on. I'm doing a little too much.
I was like, oh man, I need to like calm this down.
Yeah.
So then I started cooking at home more often. So when I'm pretty much not doing food collabs, I actually limit it to like 3 a week. It used to be like 5, 7 restaurants.
Yeah. Oh, you was going in. I think one time we collabed at when it was Chef True Kitchen.
Yes.
You was like, I got 2. You was like, I did 2 yesterday, and I got another one after. I said, girl.
Yeah.
Breathe. Just take a breath. I was like, but like that work ethic is beautiful. I love to hear that.
Yeah.
But I see, like you said, balance.
Oh, for sure. So, but then, but the thing is, like, when I want to cook at home, like the other day, I was like, man, I'm hella craving a tomahawk steak.
I seen that. That shit legit fire.
Tomahawk is not cheap. But I was like,
that's
you know what?
Cut.
But I was like, I'd rather cook this at home and like versus going out to eat. Because I went to Arizona recently, and me and my husband shared a tomahawk steak, and that was like $170 at the steakhouse. So I was like,
I can make this and know it's gonna hit.
Yes, exactly. So when I want something, like when I'm really craving something, like I'm hella fixated on it, and then I'm like, all right, no, we gotta eat this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. And I'd love to hear, like you said, that is a good dynamic. When me and Podcast Bree were doing it, we felt we weren't like established platforms enough to ask for comp. So we just be like, hey, we just ask permission to like grab content. So we be like, yeah, we'll buy and stuff. And I'd say like 75-80% of the time they'd throw us a free drink, whatever. Oh, it's like, if y'all showing love, they'll show us love back.
Yeah.
For the most part. But that, like you said, I won't say it's that easy, but that's a great relationship to have, especially when you're an established platform and have something to offer. And giving these companies promotion, because it works. Like it works. That's the bottom line. Like
it does.
Following these foodies, as I mentioned before, I was in Alameda and pulled up. I said, man, I don't know what to eat. I'm gonna pull up Grub with Mike. I'm gonna pull up a foodie and be like, since y'all be out here, it's a beautiful thing to see the relationships. And the promotion you're able to give these establishments. Because like, who would have knew about half of these places? Without your help.
I wish business owners. Like
Come on, talk your mess. Come on.
They knew the power of social media. It's
the new newspaper.
Crazy. It's okay. You know what? It has its bad days. I mean, like it's a double-edged sword. Like you know, if a restaurant's gonna bash you, like it bashes a business, it hurts them tremendously. But when you hear positive things, like oh my gosh, like you could become a repeat customer. Like business owners just don't see. Like the value,
the potential,
yes, because that means that's your customer, and like I'm over here going into like analytics now, but like
it's true though.
It's like that becomes your customer, and imagine them coming like 3 years straight, and they buy from you every week, like
just off of a video, that
exactly,
viewership, like legit, and it's funny to see your transition from growing up in a business family to going to school for it, to just walking into social media and just like let me link all of these. Poop. It's kind of like you said. You got that good. You just in the right pocket.
I never thought about it like that until you literally brought it up.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm like, wow.
I mean, it's just seeing those links just come up. Like, well, I was born into this. I went to school for this. I'm good at this. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah. Full circle. Like you said.
That's crazy.
That's fire.
Wow.
That's fire.
Okay.
Yeah,
I had an epiphany today. Like that's crazy.
But as you see, that's your journey, and that's where it led you. Now you're here, and you're showing the value to business owners being a business owner. You're showing the value of social media being a content creator. So I love to see that value on both ends, because
for sure.
It's not for everybody. It ain't easy, but it takes one to know one. So like you said, it kind of what business owners need, and you can provide that for them, and you know what social media can do. So that's how you use that tool. So I love that. Let me just ask, what's next? We in 2025. Is there anything crazy we can anticipate from Sushi Obsession, from the top of the baby's head to from anything? Whoever shouted on the crumbs, whoever said that was like, DB drop. That was because I didn't even think of that. That was so funny.
You know, it happens so often.
Does it?
It happens so often. It's so good too that I'm like, oh shoot, like
that's hilarious. Oh man.
Let me see. I'm trying to think.
What's next? It's 2025.
Okay, so for my business, I know I have things. I can't give all the secrets.
Yeah, don't hit all the gems, but
I want to. I'm doing tent, like my pop-up tent right now. So like I want to expand into something bigger, like, you know, because at some point you get tired of setting up and taking down. So fingers crossed, maybe like a food van later down the line.
Maybe a truck trailer type ordeal.
Exactly, because you know, I'm just ready to like outgrow it, but just not necessarily. Trying to still find like the balance, like the family balance.
It's not like not jump right back into a brick and mortar store, but you know, trying to be something more concrete.
Yes, exactly. So that's what I have in mind, and just still continuing to do more content.
Yeah, keep that shit going.
Yes, I'm not gonna lie though, it's really like you said earlier. We have days where we just want to take breaks because your mind is constantly going about like what to post next, what should I post, what should I post, and it never ends.
It's a lot. Like taking a step back from doing that, like it has to be like you have to stop,
like fully, like get off social media type of thing.
So like my recent break last month, like I took a month off from I'm a July baby, so I took July off, and it was just one of them ones like I'm not even gonna engage on my podcast page because it's like, you know, you want to still like and share and comment on other people, like let your presence still be there. Yes, it's just like nah. Yeah. I gotta really check out, go off the grid.
Totally. So that's you know, that's kind of where I'm struggling at right now because I'm like, I gotta find a balance.
As a reminder, you have a platform. Yes. That's why it took people to remind me, like, take some time away. You could come back to it. It's not like people gonna forget about you. You're established. You've been here.
Yes.
You can afford time off.
I totally agree with that because I did take like almost 6 months off from social media like last year because. Like, mind you, I did this when I was my downtime for my pop-ups. So I was like, all right, well, it's my peak season again for my pop-ups. So I literally just took all that time off. And then back in October when it started slowing down, that's when I started doing my content again. So I realized, I was like, those people still like.
They know.
Yeah, exactly.
They know you can come on now.
So that's why I'm like, all right, this is great. So I do know what you mean. So just got to remember that.
Yeah, for sure. Finding that balance. Balance is a good word, big word. Okay, I will leave it there for really the what's the way with you. Okay. Now, I didn't preview on these questions because this is the rapid wave segment. Okay. These ones are easy though. It's either or. I've seen these. Okay, yeah, I'm ready. It's real easy. Just let me know. Okay. If you got a simmer on it, take your time because I might stump you. And it's a couple questions I'm actually pretty excited to ask you too. I'm ready. First of all, Coca-Cola or Sprite?
Ooh. Neither.
Oh, go ahead. Explain, please. Okay.
So I don't know if you know about all the politics right now.
A little bit, yeah.
So ICE called, Coca-Cola called ICE on its immigrant workers, so they got, deported.
Yeah. And both are Coke companies, so I get it. Yeah,
so I'm like, I don't support them at all.
Yeah, we cool, we chilling. Yeah, so Go give me a Fanta. Go give me something else. Okay, as a foodie, would you rather go to the steakhouse or get some seafood? Just personal preference.
Personal preference? Oh my gosh, that's hard. Oh, that's hard.
Because I mean, going to the Brazilian steakhouse gonna hit, but it's like getting a seafood buffet or something. That's why I had to ask.
You know what? My current obsession right now is steak, so let's do steakhouse.
Steakhouse. Okay, I like that. More time in the morning, coffee or tea?
Ooh, it depends on my mood. This is hard.
We getting her right now, y'all. We got her. Come on.
Coffee.
Coffee?
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. I'm a big superhero fan. Okay. What's up with you, boy? Who are you more of a fan of? The Justice League, which is like my guys up there, Superman and them, or the Avengers?
Let's go with the Avengers.
Avengers?
Yes.
I got you. They movies are amazing. And you could say this overall, or you could even speak to the food as well.
Okay.
Christmas or Thanksgiving?
Oh, I think Thanksgiving.
Yes. I think as we get older, Thanksgiving become that one we look forward to for sure.
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm a big sports head, so I love asking my guests, if you could have went professional in any sport, what would it have been? It could be anything from figure skating to ping pong to, I could say I'll be a professional skateboarder. Yes. So
you know what? This is really random, but like boxing.
Yeah, really? I feel like a lot of them, they be like, boxing? Yeah.
Yeah, it like lets all the like aggravation out, and like it's very just like, like
it's a nice active sport. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Okay. She said, hey, watch them paws now. Watch them paws. Kind of in that same superhero realm. element bender. If you could control water, earth, fire, or air, which one would you be able to bend?
Oh gosh. Maybe water.
Waterbender?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That. I feel like I have a lot of water benders as
really?
far as my guess. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like that's a more common one. Ironically, even though I'm once the wave, I'd be earthbender. But that's just me though. So, but I do get a lot of water benders. I
nice.
Like that. Do you feel like you have any special talents?
Special talents?
Like maybe that the average person following you doesn't know. Like you're
my
double
gosh.
jointed, you could juggle. Secretly, you know how to like pogo stick, or like, is there something that's like, oh, y'all may not know that, but I'm actually really good at this?
You know what? I can't even think of anything right now. This is putting me on the spot.
Got to. Come on now.
Special talent? No, I can't think of anything. I'm like, the first thing I thought of was like, I'm detail oriented, but I'm like, that's not a talent.
That's a skill. Don't doubt that. That's a real skill. For real. Because not everybody can be precise.
There you go.
That's real. Okay. Other side of the coin. Do you have any weird fears?
Weird fears?
It doesn't have to be a major phobia, but if it
Yeah.
is, that you can speak to one. But is there any just like eeks or irks that like you just, I can't stand that?
Eeks or irks? Oh my gosh. I think I'm a little OCD, so like a lot of things.
Too. Like mine is for example, condensation on the table. I have coasters.
Oh.
Like I don't leave no ring on my. I be tripping. I be tripping for real.
Yeah.
So it's like one of those things. Nah, hey. Like I will at my job.
Yeah.
If I see somebody have like a fucking drink and it's just bleeding,
yeah.
drips of water, I'm gonna put a napkin under. They be like, "Dude, what you doing?" No, I got you, bro. I got you, bro. Don't trip.
That is so funny.
So do you have any kind of like little itches like that?
Yes, like cleanliness, but it's to like my standard of cleanliness.
Yeah, That's real.
Because my husband would be like, "The house is clean." I'm like, "Absolutely not."
Like where?
Yeah.
Clean where?
Exactly.
Okay, I like that. Let me go to the next one. One of my favorite genres of movies are like heist movies.
Okay.
I love when they have to put together the team and get this person for this job. So I asked my guests, what would your role be in a heist?
Oh my gosh.
Getaway driver, mastermind, you the hacker, you the disguise person, the recon. What do you feel like your role would be if you were in a heist? You know
what? I feel like I'd want to be the what's that called? You just mentioned them, like the person that's doing the
the mastermind, like
no,
the planner,
no,
or
oh my gosh, like the person that goes out on site to like.
Oh yeah, the recon.
Yes,
you want to do recon, yeah. So you kind of do the scout mission, go up there, fill the place out.
Yeah, it makes me nervous though. I mean, like I don't know, that's a lot of adrenaline. Like
for sure. That's why I asked my guests, like, how do you see it? You know, because not everybody built to set the whole play.
Oh yeah.
Not everybody. Some people just want to be guns blazing and be like, shit, I'll shoot our way up out of here.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so but you kind of go scout, find the cameras. Yeah. Let us know where the exit's at. Mm-hmm. I like that.
I'm a hands-on person, so that's why I'm like, all right.
And I hope my guests know I'm asking y'all this for a reason. I'm putting some shit together, so just know.
Making me nervous.
And this is one I really want to ask you because I love asking my guests this, but I'm asking it in this way.
Okay.
I hate to say it, you just got sentenced to death.
Okay.
What is your electric chair meal? The last thing you're gonna eat before you leave Earth.
You know what? I just had this the other day, and I was like, "This is the best thing ever." It was my tomahawk steak.
Restart the camera. It is yours. Yes. It's my steak too.
The tomahawk steak I had the other day with 2 boiled eggs and an avocado.
And that's why I ask people with that question. I love that. Okay.
Literally.
I need a beverage with it. Give me bev.
Beverage? I'm a water person, but it's gonna be like a nice glass of red wine.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Of course, with a good steak.
Yes,
gotta have some good
definitely.
red wine for sure. Okay, that's a solid meal. That's a solid meal for a good foodie. Let me ask. Dream car. I've been getting a new car. Car problems. Love asking my guests a dream car. It could be real. It could be a hovercraft. It could be the Batmobile. Do you have any dream car you would like?
You know what? I'm not really a materialistic person, like when it comes to like cars, because I feel like it loses its value. Like
instantly, yeah. Right when you buy it.
But my dream car, and it's not really like a dream car, but it's like a mom van, and I can't believe I'm saying that because I never thought I would get
just
to that.
Just like an actual good mom van.
Yes,
though.
yes, and
she's like, I need the sliding doors because it looks like everything you need. Like
exactly.
you said, everything I need.
Yeah.
I got space. I got adjustments. I like that.
Yeah,
okay.
Definitely.
Last 2 questions to wrap up this wonderful episode. I need you to just finish that phrase or fill in the blank.
Okay.
You can tell a lot about a person by the way that they blank.
you could tell a lot about a person about the way that they speak.
That's yeah. I hear that one. I hear that one a few times.
Yeah.
By the way that they speak.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I hate it. I'm a person who finish people's sentences. So I hate like it's like if somebody don't know the word, I do that a lot. I try not to do it to my guests.
I do the same.
I feel bad. So, but I get it because like I just need you to articulate that, bro. And I know the word you're trying to say, bro. Just let me help you out. So yes, you can tell a lot about a person by the way that they speak.
Yes.
Last one. There's 2 types of people in this world.
Okay.
Blank and blank.
Okay, hold on. There's 2 types of people in this world. There's blank and blank. Okay, let's see here. The go-getters.
Yeah.
And I'm drawing a blank on the other one. The go-getters. I want to say like the opposite of the...
And the don't-doers?
Yes, the don't-doers. Pretty much. It's either you're going to do it or you're not.
Yes.
So that's kind of like how I see.
I love when people kind of frame it in their own way because, of course, there's opposites and there's levels in between. But, yeah, at the end of the day, there's 2 types of people. There's people that either going to go get it.
Yep.
Or you just not going to do nothing.
Yeah,
so,
just go with the flow.
Yeah, just go with the flow, yeah. That's real. But that's all I got for you. Thank you again for pulling up on this wonderful Super Bowl Sunday. Shout out to that. Before I let you go, let myself know, the people watching know where they can follow you, and anything else you got coming up.
Yes. Okay. So you can follow me at Sushi Obsessed Joanne on my foodie page.
Yeah.
And then my business page is Sushi Obsession Vallejo. And we'll be pulling up next Saturday in Concord, downtown Concord. We're going to be there selling our TikTok famous sushi nachos.
Those things are amazing. I'd be needing tuna and salmon on mine too.
Half and half. Okay.
Half and half every time. Oh my goodness. But once again, thank you, Joanne, for pulling up, showing love.
Yes.
Other than that, like, share, subscribe. This has been another great episode of What's the Wave. Tell your auntie, because she definitely going to want to see this so she know where to go to get her good grub on. You feel me? Other than that, thank y'all for tuning in, and we will see y'all next week. Ow.
Wow,
You bitch you.
Oh my gosh, that was fun.